this is Jalixa and welcome to my channel. So today I decided to do a simple, quick New Year's Eve makeup look. I kept it still natural colors, but with just a little bit of pop with the lashes and the mascara and eyeliner. So I'm going to be doing a step-by-step on how I do the creasing, and hope you guys enjoy and can follow along. So I'm going to zoom in on my eyes so that you guys can get real close as to how I'm shade my eyes and don't dip my brush again. I just fill in the rest. So now is when I go more to the beginning. You see, it's more like a faded look. And then I take this end and I just like to brush it out just to kind of get rid of that harsh line for the outline in the beginning. Look at that difference. And now I'm gonna go into my lid. So what I like to do is put concealer as my eye primer. So I'm gonna be using the Mary Kay concealer today. And this is just gonna help set my eyeshadow afterwards. You can use a brush to blend it in, or a sponge, or your finger. I like to use my finger. I feel like I'm a little bit more precise with it. And just make sure you're going into the corner of your eye and also outside. Then you can also use a powder to set the concealer that you just put on. I'm going to use a little bit of my banana powder, which is a setting powder, and I got this one from Sephora. I like to make sure I take off all the excess. And this is just to set the concealer that you just put on so that it's not cakey when you put on your eyeshadow. I'm going to be using my Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. So today I am going to stick to a more neutral palette with pumpkin spice color, which is this one. It's more like an orangey, yellowish color. That's what I'm going to use for my crease. For my crease, I am going to use brush. Now, brushes you can get basically anywhere. If you want something really affordable, I would recommend the e.l.f. brushes. You can get that at your local pharmacy, Walmart, and they're very affordable. Remember, after every time you dip your brush in eyeshadow, I like to tap all the excess away so that it doesn't get everywhere. And what we're gonna do, we are just gonna shade in our crease. And if you feel like you need a little bit more, you can always go back and add a little bit more color of the same one. And as you see, I'm going high, but I'm not going too high that I'm covering this arch on my eyebrow. I'm just going just about high enough that you can see where the color changes. So I am gonna use this brush to deepen the crease. This one's a little smaller than the one I used for the other one. As you see, it's more defined. And we are gonna use the color, for the brown, I'm gonna use the Spice Baby. I'm just gonna coat the tip of the brush. So it should look like this. And again, I'm just gonna tap the excess off. And we are just gonna deepen that crease. And don't worry, further along the way, we will blend the color. And again, you wanna make sure that you go in your inner lid with this color, as well as your outer, but more focus on the inner because that's what's gonna give you that depth. So I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna go back to the pumpkin spice color, which was the first color I started doing my crease with. I'm gonna go back right on top of the Spice Baby shade, just to soften the edges of that brown so that it's not so harsh. So I'm gonna use the same brush I used for the crease, but this time instead of just using the tip, I'm gonna be using the side as well. And I'm gonna go back to that Spice Baby color, and I'm just gonna tap the outer lid as I go into the crease. I'm gonna go back to taking the pumpkin spice color from the beginning, and I'm gonna go back to in between where this color meets the other side of the lid, just to have that nice blend of in between. Again, I'm just blending the rest of the color around. Now is the moment that you've all been waiting for, the cut crease. So what I like to use to do a cut crease is I'm gonna go back to my concealer, the Mary Kay one. Any liquid concealer is fine. I like to use a really thick one. I also use this one as well, which is the Arbonne concealer. This is more of skincare product, so I actually like to use this one under my eyes because it's a little thinner than this one. Is really thick. But for the cut crease, this thick one is perfect. And for the brush, this is meant to be for the lips, but I like to use it for the concealer because it's nice and thin, which gives me a very precise line, especially for the crease, which will be right here. Let's do a nice cut. So what you'd like to do is look down. You're going to press this concealer at the bottom of your eyelid. Try not to get it on your eyelash. And then what I like to do is look up, down, up, so that I can blend really nicely. And you can apply pretty much any eyeshadow on top to really make it pop. So I'm gonna apply a shimmer shade on top of my lid. If you were to do a matte color, I would recommend you using a setting powder before you apply a matte powder, just because if you apply it and your lid is sticky because of the concealer, it's gonna be very cakey and it's gonna look like a mess. So I am going to use a shimmer, and I'm gonna use the Arbonne palette. For the shimmer, I'm gonna be using the color Nectar. And I'm gonna go with a smaller brush than what I originally started with, just because I'm only doing half the lid and all the hard work is now done. And I'm just gonna be very careful when I go to my crease, just so I can go just on top of the concealer I had there, but not really covering any other color. I'm gonna go back to my bigger brush, which has no color on it, but I'm just gonna go back to blend that line right in between where that brown is. I'm gonna take my thin brush, I'm gonna go back to the Arbonne palette, gonna apply this branch color. So it's a more darker color, as you can see, because it's gonna give the eye more depth and dimension. I'm gonna go very carefully and outline the cut crease using the Spice Baby color with this brush again, and it's very, very carefully. You don't want to do too much. Now it's time to work on the lower lid, because I think we're done with the upper lid already. So I'm gonna take more of the Spice Baby shade and I'm gonna blend it on the entire lower lash line. Just smudging it right on. I'm gonna take a little bit of the pumpkin spice again, and I'm just gonna use that to go a little slightly under the line I just did. And then I'm gonna take the darkest color that I use, that branch color, and I'm gonna use that for the outer part of my underline. Just a little bit. Go back to the smaller brush, and I am going to use the lightest shade that I have on my Arbonne palette. I'm going to use the Peak, which is a very light shade that I have, and I'm going to go and apply that to the teardrop of my eye. And I also like to go right under my brow, right here. I'm gonna now do the liquid eyeliner, which I'm gonna apply very thinly on my lid. All right, now that I have finished the eyeliner, I am going to curl my lashes. Now, I wish I would have made my liner a little thinner, but I kept messing up and it just kept getting thicker and thicker and thicker. I hate when that happens. Now, I have actually put on fake lashes. I never put on fake lashes, but for the occasion being New Year's Eve, I thought, why not? That seems like a special occasion where people would put on fake lashes. So I use Cara Beauty. Very cheap, probably like $2-3. That's how cheap, because I'm not spending a lot of money on fake lashes when I never even put it on. And then I got the Cara Beauty glue, which is dark glue, so you don't have that awkward white line. Now that I've done my eyes, I am loving it. It's not too much, it's still like natural colors. I am gonna do the rest of my face, which I am going to be using the Huda Beauty foundation. I got this at Sephora. A little blender brush, which is also the same brand, Huda Beauty, from Sephora as well. Now that that's done, gonna get my bronzer, Morph. This I got from, oh my goodness, I cannot remember. It was a subscription I used to have every month. They would send me a little makeup bag with 5 products. And I honestly forgot what that subscription was. That was before I had a baby, so I used to get a lot of cool stuff in the mail. Ipsy, that was it. Ipsy. I'll do my bronzer, top. I'm just defining my cheekbones. Going all the way around. Bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, right above my nose. Now it's dry. With more of a And I'm going with more of a natural lip color just because I already have a lot of color going on my eyes. That I really want my eyes to be what pops. If I had a more muted eye color, then I would go with a darker lip or a red lip. Then I seal it with the gloss. Now let me put my hair down and show you guys the grand finale. And there you have it. This is my New Year's Eve party look. I'm probably gonna curl my hair, not sure yet, but I just wanted to show you guys. I changed the lighting on my light because it was making me look really bright, like too much light on my face, and this is more of my natural look. So hope you guys liked it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below if there is any other look that you'd like to see for special events, for holidays, whatever it is. I'd love to share. And thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye now.